Okay, in this video we're just going to have a look at a useful accessory from the DJI RC, and I use this with the DJI Mini Pro 3. And essentially, if you've got this controller, this is basically just one of the accessories that I'd probably recommend that you get. And the reason for it is basically it's one of those things you don't know you need it until you sort of go out and you get caught out by it. So it's basically a sun hood for the RC, and you do have the option to turn the screen right up on this, and it's a really nice bright screen. I won't lie, I think the screen on it is great. But if you do get caught in sort of quite high sun, or the sun is just sort of like in the wrong place, it really does catch on the screen. It can be very hard to see. So I sort of, as soon as that happened the first time I was out, I made sure I got like a cover for it. And this cover here, the one I've got, it's called Sunny Life. But basically the covers for these, they seem to just be sort of mass produced. So there are lots of different companies that sell these across, all the usual places online that you'd kind of buy things. So on Amazon, for example, you can get these for about £15 to £20. So that's about $20 to $25 ish. And to be honest, it honestly is a really good investment. You can it's dead easy to put on. You've got your RC. Basically, all it'll come, you'll get this in a box, 2 screws with it, and then basically all you do is flip the controller over, and you should be able to see just on the back here, if I can get focus, we've got these 2 little screw holes, and then if you sort of just pull this out, drop the front over the controller, and then drop this bit back, basically the screw holes just sort of pretty much align up perfectly. They're just thumb screws, you don't need tools or anything like that, which makes it really useful. So while you're out and about, you haven't got to worry about having like a little screwdriver or anything to kind of like take this on and off. And to be honest, I actually find they've designed it quite nicely actually, because it's designed for having the thumbsticks on. I haven't got my thumbsticks on at the moment, but if I did have them on, obviously they just go up into these recesses here, so you actually don't have to you don't have to take it off if you've got the thumbsticks on to kind of pack it away or anything like that. So it's actually really useful. It's and obviously it gives your screen a bit of protection as well if you sort of just put it to the side, or if you throw it in a bag or whatever it is you do with it. So yeah, it's quite good. I mean, in terms of features, it is just a sun hood. So you clip it on like that, and then it just obviously rests down, and then it's got sort of like almost two settings to it, which is one that's sort of quite far down. So if you're somebody that uses the controller almost quite flat, then you can have it at that one. I tend to have it more on this, like there's a second one, it makes a bit of a snapping noise, but it is fine. I've been using this for a while, and it's never broke or anything. It's just it just makes some quite sharp noises. But yeah, you can have it up at this second level, and I find for me that works best, because I can have the screen sort of at any angle really, and I know it's going to be pretty much mostly covered by that. And like I say, when you're done with it, you can either put it back down, or it doesn't take very long to get these off. My only very minor quibble maybe with it would be that it would be nice to have it so that the screws could stay in there, but this isn't threaded. But what you actually can do if you want to, because obviously the way you store this, I probably shouldn't have that lying down on the screen. The way you store this, obviously there's a huge kind of recess anyway in the back. So what you potentially can do, what I do is I just screw these into the back of the controller, and then I know whenever I need my sun hood, they're there. And like I say, it's a good thing to have, because if you get caught out in the sun with this controller, you're going to need it at max brightness, and that is going to affect your battery life, which you don't want to do, because you've only got one controller, and obviously you'll need to be charging it back up to get back up in the air. So I'd highly advise you get like a sun cover, because you can keep that brightness down a little bit. That'll reduce your battery usage on here. And also in really high sun, like I say, even at full brightness, you're going to struggle a little bit in the sun. So having something like this can be really useful. But yeah, hopefully that's helped. If it has, give the video a like. There'll be a link down in the description to these if you want to check them out. And if you want to see more content like this, then please subscribe.